So you think that your motherhood struggles are about time, energy, and your kids' behavior. But what if I told you that it's actually because you're running scripts that were programmed in you while you were a child by your mother, grandmother, society, and religion? These were programmed before you even became a mother. Until you identify which of these scripts are running in you, you'll keep recreating the same patterns of burnout, overwhelm, guilt, exhaustion, and resentment. I'm going to show you 5 scripts that most mothers are running unconsciously, and I'm going to show you ways to stop them. So, most of you might actually be wondering, what is a script? A script is an unconscious belief pattern that dictates how you do something. In this case, it's how you mother, what you think about motherhood, what motherhood should be like, your beliefs about motherhood, and what you believe you're allowed to need. Those things come from your motherline. What was watched, told to you, modeled for you, and what went unhealed. Your mother's way of mothering, your grandmother's sacrifices, and the cultural messages you received about motherhood. Some of us grew up in spaces where motherhood was honored, but the cultural messages we absorbed unraveled and undid a lot of things. They replaced that programming that was installed. So most mothers are running 2 to 3 scripts and they don't even realize it. So in these scripts, they're dictating your life. They're running your life. They're controlling your choices that you make, your guilt, your exhaustion. So we're going to identify them. So get your notebook, get your pen, get your paper, get your phone out, and take some notes because these are going to be very important to you stepping into joyful motherhood. So script number 1 is the martyr. You hear me talk about it a lot, but this script is the one that says, good mothers sacrifice everything. My needs come last. If I'm not exhausted, then I'm not doing enough. Very, very common. So this shows up as guilt when you rest, pride in your exhaustion. I have the Exhausted Motherhood of the Year award, right? And then deep, deep resentment when no one notices how much you're actually sacrificing, right? I just want to be appreciated. And you should be appreciated. You watched a grandmother or a mother give up everything, her dreams, her identity, herself, for her children, and she probably told you all the time. So then you absorb the message that this is what love looks like. Here's how you spot it. You can't accept hell without feeling guilty or weak. That's how you know. Script number 2, the performer. This script says, my motherhood must look perfect or I'm falling apart. You might be on Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok binging other perfect mothers, perfect homes, perfectly dressed kids, and you're hiding your struggles. You have a constant comparison going on, and then you are very ashamed when things are messy. This motherline origin comes from your mother or your grandmother kept up appearances to survive, keeping up with the Joneses. So they did this to prove their worth or to avoid being judged, right? Looking good equals being safe to them. And this is how you spot it in yourself. You'd rather look good than feel good. Script number 3, the protector. This script says, I must control everything or something bad's going to happen. This shows up in motherhood and in your life as anxiety, hypervigilance, inability to delegate, micromanaging your partners or childcare providers, and never actually being able to relax. Even when everything is fine, you're still like, oh my God, everything's burning down. This motherline origin comes from the fact that there was trauma in your lineage, right? Loss, abuse, instability, and that made safety equal control. Your nervous system is trying to protect you, but you can change it. You can shift it. You can't relax even when everyone is fine. You're still tensed up. Script number 4, the invisible woman. This script says, my job is to serve everyone else. I don't get to take up space. My life is service to others. This shows up as shrinking your needs, overfunctioning for everyone around you, but then feeling invisible in your own life. your needs are going unmet, or you might not even know what you need because you don't live for yourself, you live for the world. And you're never able to ask what you want. So the motherline origin here is your grandmother or your mother had to be small, had to be quiet, or very accommodating in order to be safe or loved. Taking up space wasn't an option, it was dangerous. This is how you spot this. You realize you can't ask her what you want without apologizing first. Script number 5, the strong one. This script says, I can handle everything alone. Needing support means I'm weak. If I'm needy, I'm weak. It's very common. This shows up as refusing help, proving that you can do it all, carrying the world on your back, and collapsing when no one's watching because you won't let anyone see that you need support. Here's the motherline origin for this one. Your grandmother or mother survived by being strong, independent, and unbreakable. Vulnerability wasn't safe. You'd rather break than ask for help. Remember, you can be running 2 to 3 of these at the same time, and it gets messy. So here's how you stop the scripts. These scripts did not start with you, but you don't have to pass them down. Stopping them requires a little bit more than you might think. It's more than awareness, right? It requires recoding. It requires declaring that these beliefs end with me, and I will not live in these beliefs. Step 1, name it. Which script are you running? Maybe it's just 1. Maybe it's 3. Awareness breaks the autopilot. Step number 2, trace it. Where did this come from? Why do I believe this? Where was this modeled for me? Who modeled it? My mother? Your grandmother? Like, what was she surviving that made this script necessary for her? We're not blaming these women. We're honoring these women by saying, okay, you needed this then. I don't have to carry this now. So it's about understanding, because when you see the origin, you can have compassion for why it actually exists in your bloodline. So we're not shaming and criticizing our bloodline. We can now choose differently because we know what it is and why. Step 3, you recode it. So you create a new declaration that contradicts that script. So the martyr becomes, right? My rest serves my family. I matter too. The performer could become, I am enough as I am. Baby, I'm messy and I'm real and I'm safe. It's safe to be messy. It's safe to show up raw and unfiltered. The protector becomes, I am safe. I can release control and still be okay. The invisible woman becomes, I take up space and my needs matter. And the strong one, which is so many mothers, this one becomes, asking for help is actually strength. I don't have to do this alone. Step 4, ritualize it. Don't just think the new script, embody it daily through daily ritual practice. Write these declarations down, speak them. Say your declaration every morning at your altar or outside at your window, in your notebook. Speak it before you go to bed. Let your nervous system learn this new truth, right? Recoding isn't a mindset shift. It's a nervous system reset, and it takes repetition, devotion, and a sacred practice. Make this a part of your daily practice in the morning, at lunch break, at night, whenever you can. Set a time, an intentional time and space to recode your identity. Remember, you're doing this work for your bloodline, of your legacy. These scripts didn't start with you. You do not have to pass them down. I'm China Parker, the Maternal Oracle and Motherhood Alchemist. I teach motherhood alchemy, recoding identity, healing the lineage, and embodying sovereignty through ritual, astrology, and ancestral wisdom. So, if you recognized yourself in 2 or more of these scripts and you're ready to actually stop them, my postpartum portal walks you through the identity recoding step by step. And it's the program that teaches you how to actually close that portal that you went through. or that maybe you haven't walked through yet when you became a mother. And we're going to help you recode who you're becoming on the other side. We're going to help you get through the door, walk through the door, and recode your identity when you get to the other side. The link is in the description. See you on the other side.